Hello, and thank you for joining me here at SeaWorld San Diego. This is only my second SeaWorld park I've ever been to. I did grow up going to SeaWorld, Ohio, on the shores of Jogga Lake in Aurora, Ohio. And I think we all know what happened to that SeaWorld. So I'm very excited to be here at this SeaWorld to get all these credits. So how about we SeaWorld Sandy, let's go ride some coasters. So I'm most excited to ride Arctic Rescue today. I've never been on an Intamin straddle coaster. So always love riding a new coaster model, so I am heading over there now. Here's the entrance to Arctic Rescue. Came away with 2 rides on Arctic Rescue, the Intamin straddle coaster, and I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. I had the first ride of the day in the back row, and then I hustled it around and was able to make the second ride of the day in the second row. Nothing really negative to report. It was pretty fun. The launches were fine. It was okay for a family coaster. The main thing that I would say if I had any detractions were, I think the seating style is a gimmick, honestly. That's the first time I had rode on one of those Intamin straddle coasters. And yeah, I just didn't feel like it was very straddly, if that makes sense. You kind of had to lean forward to even kind of get that jet ski type feel. And I'm a hands up guy anyway, so it didn't really affect me too much. It just seemed like you were kind of riding in a, any other kind of coaster car that was a little confined. So other than that, great ride, great family ride. The third launch was great. I think I liked that turn after the second launch the best. It was kind of whippy, so pretty cool moments in that ride. And yeah, great for a family coaster, looks great. And they even had some theming in the ride as well. Greeted with this sign at Emperor. It looks like it's not opening till 11 this morning. So keep that in mind if you're coming to SeaWorld San Diego, that Emperor is probably on a delayed start. Yeah, I'm not a huge lover of these Skyrocket 2s by Premier, but this queue line with this rockwork for Electric Eel is awesome. Just came away with a ride on Electric Eel, and honestly, that was probably one of the better rides I've ever had on one of those Skyrocket 2s. It was really smooth. Other than the comfort collars, really not much to complain about on that ride on Electric Eel. Another beautiful ride entrance at Manta. SeaWorld San Diego really does up the rock work. Gotta love it. Oh, this is so cool. Hey, it's a Garibaldi. That's the state fish of California. Massive queue line at Manta.
Not permitted. Thank you.
As I was walking across the park, I really noticed the attention to detail. One of them happened to be these shade structures in the shape of a whale tail. I love that. So cool. Okay, walking on to the front row.
Once the lap bars open up, we're going to exit to your right hand side.
Came away with 2 rides on Manta, the Mach launch, and I like that ride a lot. I think that's the clear #1 here. Way better than Arctic Rescue, in my opinion. Definitely a step ahead of it in terms of the intensity of the launches and just the overall ride experience. That first launch definitely had a little bit of a kick at the beginning, not much, but good for enough for a family coaster. That first Camelback, great Papa Floater airtime. And then there's a helix towards the back of the ride. That was awesome. It was such a great helix. Really the only negative I had to say about that ride is there are some breaks that are pretty sudden that stop you right before the launch. If you would have just rolled into that second launch, it would have been so much better, but you definitely lose a lot of that pacing when you slam onto the brakes before the second launch. But overall, what a great and fantastic family coaster here. Just enough thrills for the entire family, and it looks fantastic over here. The theming, the rockwork, how it's intertwined with all of the different aquariums is so cool. Great job, SeaWorld. This is another sad one for me. The Sky Ride is also closed today. I was hoping to get on this one. I've been kayaking a lot on the Mission Bay, just on the other side. If the Sky Ride goes over, so I was really looking forward to taking a spin on that, but it is closed today. Journey to Atlantis is receiving a refurbishment at this time, so I will not be getting this credit today. So I guess I'll have to come back. Oh look, there's a worker on this catwalk over there. Compared to the other entrances to the other coasters at this park, Emperor is certainly lacking, but still cool.
So this is going to open up and we'll come in.
had 2 rides on Emperor, the B&M dive machine. I had 1 ride in the front row, 1 ride in the back. They are on 1 train ops on Saturday, which is not ideal, but I did only have to wait 3 cycles for my second ride. As far as the ride goes, that is my number 1 B&M dive. B&M dives are my least favorite B&M model. I like stand-up coasters even better than dive machines. This was the 4th dive machine I've ever been on, and it was by far the best one in my opinion. And so my rankings for B&M dive machines are number 1 Emperor, number 2 Iron Menace, number 3 Griffin, and number 4 Valraven at Cedar Point. This is clearly the number 1 coaster here at SeaWorld, and I just want to say that it was smooth. The layout, it was short. That was my main complaint with that one, but wow, those inversions rip. Front row was incredibly smooth. Obviously, hanging over the front drop was really great. But wow, on the right side of the train in the back row, I got some really great whip, some great forces going in some of these inversions. I think even if Iron Menace was smooth, I would still prefer Emperor over Iron Menace. I just think the layout hits a little bit harder. I like the twists better than the ones on Iron Menace. Wasn't expecting to have a new favorite B&M dive coaster today, but there you go. I mean, it's not like it was difficult to top the 3 dive coasters I've ridden. And again, I am not a huge fan of dive coasters. They look cool. I get them. I understand their place. I understand their marketing and why they're important to parks. But obviously, as a roller coaster enthusiast, it's not the greatest rides out there. However, that one, it was good. It was good. Some of the other things that I really like, other than the pacing that I didn't bring up, was the turnaround at the top of the hill was just so incredible. Going up, you have a great view of Mission Bay, downtown San Diego. And then when you come around that corner, it's just the whole ocean is out there in front of you, just the whole Pacific Ocean. It's a beautiful winter day here, December day at SeaWorld San Diego. And it was just an incredible view up there, just hanging over, looking out at the ocean. Really, really, really great. Came away with 4 of the available credits, and that puts me at 241 credits, so I'm pretty happy about that. I am here at SeaWorld, but obviously you didn't see any whales or dolphins or anything in that video. I am an animal lover. I love animals. It was tough for me to come here today, honestly, and I just stayed away from all that stuff. And it's my hope in the future that SeaWorld ends all the mammals, all the whales, just end all that, concentrate on the rides. Obviously, I'd be very happy with that. So I hope that's the way that it's going. And that's really all I'm gonna say on that. And for ride rankings at SeaWorld San Diego, number 1 clearly is Emperor. Number 2, I'm gonna go with Manta. Number 3, I'll go with Electric Eel. And number 4 with Arctic Rescue. I do think Arctic Rescue was a good choice for the park because Manta is a family coaster, but it's a family thrill coaster. So it's good to have a starter coaster here because there is no junior or kiddie coaster here whatsoever. But that's gonna wrap things up for me here at SeaWorld San Diego. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe and keep along with all of my adventures. Thank you so much for watching, and we will catch you on the next one.